What up, what up, what up?
What up, people?
Welcome back to episode 4 of The Adventures of Tinderella. I'm Wildfire.
And this is Super Cat.
How was your day today, Super Cat?
It was a little bit adventurous. I wasn't expecting it. So let me tell you a story. So anyway, I'm not good with appliances. And so I'm in the middle of doing a load of my laundry in my washing machine. All of a sudden, my thing does not stop alarming. And my washing machine loves to sing. It sings when it needs something. It sings when it's done. It sings when it's starting. And it's long songs. So finally, long story short, I went and I looked and oh my goodness. So all my stuff was like smelling. It was just, I didn't know what the hell to do. And nothing was like soaking out. Like everything was drenched. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? I just don't do well under these scenarios. Like meat, tools, appliances, just recipe for disaster. So I call Samsung. I'm like, a poor guy must have thought that I was retarded. And he's like, open the flap in the front of the machine. I'm like, what flap are you talking about? And then there was a flap.
Of course there was a flap.
After like 15 minutes of busting this guy's balls saying that there is no flap, but there was a flap. Anyway, I managed to do it. The guy goes, okay, yeah, so all you got to do is there's a hose there and you got to pull on that and then you got to do this and all the water's going to start coming out. I'm like, hold on a second. There is water that's supposed to come out of my washing machine. I go, how much are we talking here? He goes, it'll be enough. I go, okay. Do you have a technician? He goes, not unless you give us money. So I said, I'll call you back when I have my dad here.
Right.
So I hung up. I called my dad. Dad came to save the day. Everything. But let me tell you, that was some nasty, nasty smelling water.
You know what? A trick for that, because I used to work for an appliance company. Next time, get a small bucket.
Yeah.
Because there should be a flap that leads it right into the bucket and just get all the water to pour in there.
Gee, it's on the floor.
No, I know it's on the floor.
Yeah, and it's like literally, it's like maybe half an inch.
Oh,
shit. Yeah, so
okay.
like, I got like cooking pans and everything. It was
Cooking
it was
pans.
terrible. I'm like, I have to bake cakes and that and stuff like that. So now I'm just gonna. It was such nasty water. But anyway, at the end of the day, I found out that all I had was just 2 socks stuck in the drain. Okay? Wow, it was so nasty. And then anyway, as soon as we took out those socks, we put them back. My washing machine was like
good as
brand
new.
Good as new.
Good as new.
Yeah, so and then, at the end of a disaster.
There's always light.
Yeah, so it was a beautiful day after that. How was yours? It was good?
Yeah, that was good.
Awesome.
Same day, same shit, different day.
Same shit, different day. I know. Well, guys, why don't we get into it, I think. We're going to talk about BS.
Yeah, pure bullshit.
Pure bullshit. As we get older, I honestly I have zero tolerance for bullshit.
Zero tolerance. And, like, the funny thing is like, in high school and, like, in our early 20s, we're like, yeah, okay, whatever, it's fun, so let's just kind of deal with it for now. But, like, as soon as you hit your 30s... you're just like, I don't have fucking time for this.
I just don't have time for it. It's like when we're in our teens, we have no other worries, right? So our biggest worry is, where are we going on Saturday night? Who's driving? If you have a car, and if not, then, how are we getting there? We need to plan public transportation.
Is my cell phone charged?
Yeah, is my cell phone charged? All that stuff. Well, I never had a cell phone when I was, when I was that young.
Well, I had a cell phone when I was like, maybe 15.
Yeah, no, I didn't have one because they weren't like around.
Oh, that's right. You're older than I am.
I am. Yeah, terrible. They were spread around back then. Anyway, we had the Nokia brick phone, though.
Oh, yeah. I had one of those.
Yeah. Those
yeah.
We had one for the entire family.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was awesome. We used to rotate. Awesome. Whenever I had the car, I got it. It was awesome.
So if you had the car, you had the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, because you had to call and be like, I'm okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But these are like our worries when when we're 16, when we're 17, when we're 18. Speaking of socks here. Anyway, sorry guys, I just found my little boy's sock in my face. Anyway, so but yeah, it's like as you get older, you've got to deal with all your responsibilities. You got your mortgage, you got your job, you got your life,
you got your kids.
You have kids, if you just like everything else, cleaning and shopping and bills and then if you have kids, like that's a whole other ballgame because with each kid comes a whole different. Dude, if some guy comes into my life, I don't want to have to worry about your bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got too much of my shit that I gotta deal with. I just want somebody that's just gonna come in and just be like, yo, I'm not going to ruffle your feathers. I'm just going to let you be.
Yeah.
Let's just
enjoy our time together.
Why don't we just hang out together?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just not down with the whole, like, guys come in, they cause all this drama. It's like, they go and they do these things. And again, guys, not bashing. I just don't date women. So that's the only reason why I'm talking about men. That's all I'm doing. So anyway, it's like, these guys come in, they bring you all this bullshit, right? It's like, they come in with their whole novel of drama. They come into your life, and you're like, you know, I was perfectly fine before. Like, I was perfectly fine before you got here. Like, why do you, like, if you're going to come into my life, why the fuck do you have to come in and, like, bring all this drama with, like, problems, that whatever? I don't get it.
Yep.
I hate it.
Especially, like, I mean, I don't have kids, but I know, like, women who do have kids and are, like, looking for a good man. It's just one of those things that it's, like, make sure you have your bullshit in check, because I'm not exposing my children to this.
Yeah, I mean, your kids, it's one thing, but even if you don't have kids, it's just really, like, as you just get older, you just have so much other shit you want to, like, you're worrying about, right?
And you have more expectations as you get older. And so, and with right cause to have more, like, higher expectations, because you mature, you get older.
Yeah, and then you also get stung too. So you're like, oh fuck, I don't want this, I don't want that. You become a fucking pro of what you don't want.
Exactly. You become completely jaded.
Well, jaded, yeah, but then you also know what you want as you get older, because you're like, I already been through all the shit that I don't want. Like, I don't want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. What am I left with? Oh, I guess these are the things that I want.
Yeah, but good luck finding the guy who has them.
I know, and what? I know.
Because we always say they're either taken.
But we always say they're taken. I mean, it's just like we said before. We've had this in our conversations. It's like
they're doing productive stuff.
They're out doing productive things. They're working, you know, or like, you know, doing something else, like creating something.
Yeah.
But like, they're not out doing all this like stuff at like the clubs and all the bullshit places where they tell us to go.
Yeah. I think the worst for me is like, the pure bullshit is when a man tells you, you know, I'm looking to settle down, I'm looking for a good woman, blah, 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 the kind of girl I can bring home to mom, this, that, and the next. You're like, perfect. That's me.
Yeah.
You know?
100%, of course.
So like, and then like, you go on a date, everything's great or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's like, you know, like, I'm not sure that I'm really looking for anything right now. It's like, wait a second. Wait. You just told me that you were looking to settle down and you were looking this, that, the next. And in this week that we've been talking, everything's been fantastic. And all of a sudden, you're going to pull this bullshit on me? Check yourself before you wreck yourself, before you start dating somebody.
These, honestly, like, the thing is like, okay, here's a problem, and the problem is that I feel like the reason why we get all these excuses is because guys always think that we're going to freak out.
Right.
But it's like, this is the reason why we freak out is because we know you're feeding us fucking bullshit.
But we eat it up.
Sometimes, and other times we ball bust.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I fucking ball bust when I know somebody's feeding me BS. Give it to me straight.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. Just give it to me straight. All I want is knowledge so that I can make informed decisions along my way.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're fucking like, you know, giving me BS.
And you're all over the fucking map.
You're fucking making a fool out of me. I don't like that shit. You're like insulting my intelligence.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, no, totally.
Sorry, I've got total attitude right now because I just had this thing with people insulting my intelligence. Because some guys just think that we're so stupid.
Yeah.
But like, the best is like, you're sitting there, you're like, you know, the whole time, you're like just watching. It's like, yeah, so this guy's telling me this. I'm like, oh God, another lie, another lie, another lie. And then at the end, you're just like, so here's the deal. So I'm going to tell you that about 5 months ago, this is actually what happened. And I know what happened here, and I know what happened here. And all because of the fact that you're just a shitty ass liar. And this is how long you can keep your BS up for. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To have a whole fucking story. It's just be real.
Bottom line, I think, is like, don't take any bullshit. Look, I mean, the way I work in a way is like, if I even feel like it could be the smallest bit of bullshit,
Yeah.
I'll call it out. And then if you really if I find out that it's not bullshit, all right, I'll apologize for it. But if I feel like there's even a bit of it, I'm fucking calling you out on it.
100%.
Ladies, don't let anybody fucking bullshit you. You already know this. It's harder said than done. But don't let them fucking bullshit you.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. But it's just, you, like, the whole thing is that, okay. So there's a lot of girls out there that they'll be, or a lot of people out there. They're like, you know, oh, I'm getting treated like this and I'm getting treated like that. And I don't like the way I'm being treated. But, like, you're the person that dictates how you're going to be treated.
Oh, yeah.
You are the one that's allowing all this bullshit. So, like, if you just don't, like, here's the thing. If a guy's feeding you excuses, or if guys,
if a
girls,
person.
if a person is feeding you excuses, the end of the day, they're not real. They're hiding something. Because, seriously, like, if I've got something to say, I kind of just say it the way it is. Like, people are like, you know, I don't understand. Like, sometimes, like, I get my point across sometimes. But then, you know, how is it that you, like, I say it in ways, like, I've been told that the way how I say things kind of, like, is like, oh, yeah, I do get it. Well, what? Because I just say it the way, whatever goes on in my brain, that's exactly how I say it.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't come up with excuses because, like, you know what? If I don't want to do something, I'm just going to tell you I don't want to fucking do it. You know what I mean? If I don't like you, I'm just going to say I don't fucking like you. Okay, well, not like that because person's feelings and stuff. But, like, I just don't have time for your crap. If you're going to come into my life and give me crap, I don't have the time for it.
I just wonder, like, half the time, like, what is their thought process in terms of, like, dating somebody? Like, do they, like, wake up one morning and just kind of be like, so
sorry,
today...
guys, that's my other phone that keeps on
buzzing.
Sorry.
So today I'm gonna bullshit the girl that I've been dating. Yeah. Just because. But, like, because you obviously know you're feeding lies. You know it. What's the point?
Because they don't, so they always like to know that someone is there, that you're there. Because the minute that they feel you pulling away, that's when they come back.
Yeah.
You know? But it's just like...
But why would they want to push you away in the first place?
Why would they want to treat you like shit in the first place?
Right. Like,
again,
what is the thought process? Let's get back on that.
Yeah, let's get back on that, right, guys? But no, seriously, like, why is it that people would do, like, I don't know, like, sometimes, like, I sit there and I've seen, like, just some of the things that people do in relationships, and I just, like, I sit there and, like...
Why?
But why? And I always find that that's the best question to ask, because that's when you know a person's true intentions.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think asking why is, like, the most important question ever.
Yep.
Ever.
Yeah. And don't be fooled, like, don't be fooled. Stay, like, on it, because they're going to give you the runaround.
Yeah, like, you know, sometimes you'll know when you're hearing bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell, like, a lot of the times it's like the story kind of sounds like a lot of, like, they're feeding you BS, and you're going to know it because you're just going to feel like, oh, that really happened. Wow, all those things really went wrong.
Yeah.
Like, all these things really happened. Wow, it was really, like, that shitty. When like, everything really just comes out to be, like, extremely, like, drawn out, or extreme, like, I don't know, like, excuses just on...
Oh, yeah, like, if
it's a story, or, like...
Or even if, like, they don't show up to a date or whatever, and you're kind of like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, I got into a car accident. Okay. And then the next time is, oh, I gotta take my dog to the vet. Oh, my house caught fire. Trust me, yes, people, these have been excuses I've been fed in the past.
Yeah.
Like, really? So you got into a car accident yesterday.
Wow.
Your dog is dying today. And your house caught fire tomorrow.
Wow, so, like...
What is happening in your life? Get your shit together.
Get your shit together. Like, I'm sorry. Like, well, you know what? Bad things do come in threes.
They do come in threes, but not that freaking dramatic. Okay. Like, you got into a car accident, fine, you got rear-ended, I believe it.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're gonna pick an excuse, like, make it, like, set the bar low, bud.
I know.
Like, don't tell me your fucking house caught fire and you had a second to text me to let me know. Hey, by the way, I'm not going to make it because my house caught on fire. I wouldn't even be talking to you. I'd be like, yo, everybody's dying in my house. What the fuck am I doing calling this chick to let her know? You know, like, it's just so, like, set the bar low, people.
Do you see what I mean? Isn't that insulting to your intelligence?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, doesn't that piss you off more than anything?
Oh, yeah.
It's just like sitting there, it's like, I'm not even pissed at your fucking words. I'm more pissed off at the fact you think I'm fucking stupid.
And the best part is you gotta play with it. So when he told me
you gotta always play along.
When he told me that his house caught fire,
yeah.
I was like, oh shit, how did it start? Oh shit, what burned? Oh, what were you able to
That's
save?
always what you gotta do.
And then he's like, what's with all the questions? I'm like, well, I don't know. You're standing there talking to me through text while your house is burning down.
I always play. The minute that somebody sits there, they're like, okay, if I know, like if I feel like something's not right, I'll start with the question.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like to ask questions right like off the bat anyway, just because like I don't really care. At the end of the day, I'm not even gonna remember. I've got so much shit in my head, like I'm not gonna remember what other people say. But like when it comes to like, but then like when I know the person thinks that we're stupid.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like, oh yeah.
Just get your shit together.
Get your shit together, bro. I'm at 10 steps ahead of you.
Speaking of somebody who's got their shit together.
Yes.
Supercat, as a single mom.
Yes.
Who has her shit together, good job, good kids, has got a tube cast, all these kinds of things. Like, how do you find it dating? Like, how do you find the dating world as a single mom?
To be honest with you, I think that dating as a single mom is one of the most complicated things ever. Mm-hmm. Because first of all, you're not just dating somebody that's for you now. It's somebody you have to look at your kids too, and you got to think, okay, so they're going to be a good partner, but are they going to really like be okay with your kids? Then you also got to remember that, okay, so this guy is not going to be my kid's dad. So I also need to make sure that, you know, he's still going to love them the same way and all this stuff. And it's hard because, fuck, like people are just, as you get older, like, so I've dated a lot of people that, I've dated people that are separated and man, do they have severe issues. Like severe. Like I thought I had issues. Like right. I go out like on the first date. I'm like, hey, by the way, I've got a lot of issues. Like I don't trust people, and I really just sometimes I may not even believe that your name is so and so. And at the end of the day, I'm just a really big skeptic. I've got a wicked, crazy wall.
Right.
And it's bad because, you know, because I don't, you know.
But, like, do you tell those people, like, straight off the bat that you have kids? Like, this
100%.
Yeah,
because I don't know how people would hide that.
Well, I mean, just because there's a lot of people out there that hide it.
Exactly.
And then, like, come month 3, you're like, oh, by the way, I've got kids. And they're like, what?
Oh, yeah, no. This is one thing, like, right off the bat, like, I tell them, because, first of all, like, I don't give a shit. Like, the person's gonna have to know that my kids are number one. I don't give a shit if I've got a date with you. If my kid, you know, needs this and this and this, I'm just not. But you see, they're gonna, like, it's just hard to find somebody that's gonna understand that.
Right.
You know, and then the contemplation comes, you know, like, do you want to date somebody with kids, without kids? You know, without kids, it's kind of like, it's awesome because it's less complicated.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's like, well, what happens if they want kids? And then you're going to have to think about getting pregnant all over again and going through that whole process. And
it's almost as if, like, dating somebody with kids is almost easier.
It is. I mean, it is. I mean, there's a lot more parties involved that sometimes could get complicated. But I don't know, man. Could you imagine? The only thing is that hopefully one day it's going to come that I'm going to get, like, whatever. I just hope that dude's wife is not, like...
Crazy?
Yeah, I'm just not down with that.
Well, there's always going to be the crazy.
I'm just not... But, yeah, like, point was, like, on the first date, like, whenever I tell people, like, my issues, I always find out that their issues are, like, 15 times worse. I'm like, here I was thinking I was the fucking nuts one. This one's 10 times worse than me. I feel so good about myself. But they're all fucked. The minute that you get older, it's like everybody becomes jaded. They all have like fears and they don't want to get close to people and they don't know, like everybody's got trust issues.
And unless you're like a traveling hippie, everybody's got baggage.
Everyone's got baggage. Got baggage. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that baggage also falls into the whole thing about, like, not having time for bullshit.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I'm telling you, like, there was, like, I remember I was dealing with this one guy, so Jason. That's right.
There's lots of guys named Jason, doesn't matter. Go on.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, so Jason comes here, right? Guys, that wasn't his real name anyway, so it's fine. So anyway, so Jason emails me. No, he finds me on Facebook. And then he starts, and then he never even offered to call. He never offered to text, nothing. He wanted to make plans straight through Facebook. He has a kid. The first date that he wanted was for me to go over to his house. And so I just didn't respond. Like, I was saying, you know what, like, I'm busy. And then one day the guy fucking, like, freaks out on me. I go, first of all, okay, like, I've got a life, buddy. Like, this happened. I don't know you. I've never seen your face. You've never talked to you on the phone. You don't have my phone number. And you're giving me attitude? Go fuck yourself. There is no way I am going to be dealing with that, because could you imagine? I don't even know him.
And he's already freaking out.
I'm just like, if you're going to come in and bring in all this dramatic attitude and all this whole, like...
And if he's like that, I can't even imagine what his kids would be like.
Oh, my God.
Poor kids of yours.
Oh, my God. No, it just wouldn't happen. So it's just like, so it's weird. Yeah. It's weird. But it's fine. Like, it's a lot... But the nice thing is that after you've been married and after you have your kids, at least, like, there's not that rush. Like, you don't feel like there's pressure, which is nice, because then essentially all you're really looking for is true love. And it's not about the marriage and the kids. It's like, you already have that.
Right.
You had that. Now it's all about, like, let's find the real thing now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's where it's, like, obviously it's different for me, because, like, I've never been married. I don't have kids. Listen, I'm 32. I mean, it's not that old, but I'm 32, and I'm ready to, like, settle down. I'm ready to have children. I'm ready to get married. And see, it's different for somebody who's already been married. The pressure's kind of, like, come off a little bit, because it's already happened.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, it's like, you know, I've got people that are like, so when are you getting married?
Oh my God.
And it's kind of like... Well, I mean, have you seen me with anybody lately? How about you go find me a boyfriend, one that I like, tell him to buy me an engagement ring, put it on my finger, and let's get married. No, It doesn't work like that. Like, I'm not just going to settle down with just anybody just because I want to get married.
No, that's the problem, though. That's the problem.
Everybody ends up in divorce these days.
Well, yeah, so we end up, like, the whole thing is, like, sometimes, and I'm not saying that I settled guys, because, like, my ex is, like, honestly, he's a really, really, really great person, so I'm...
And he's our IT guy.
He's our IT guy, so just saying, like...
All the cool stuff you see on our channel, it's him.
Not saying that. So, yeah, so basically, like, the problem is, like, there's a lot of people out there that, because they feel that pressure, they go in and they just kind of, like, they settle, and then they deal with the bullshit. And then with people, and then they say, oh, okay, well, you know what, I'm going to get married, and the bullshit's going to get better, and then I'm going to have kids, and then the bullshit's going to go away. But, dude,
it makes it worse.
It makes it worse. The minute you sign that contract, you start living together, that's like World War III getting ready to get started. As soon as the kids come, terrible. Terrible. You got the woman or the mom that's, like, totally, like, bugged out and tired. You got the dad that's, like, you know, wants attention but can't because the mother's bugged out, and it's just, you know, they're both bugged out and whatever, you know? So it's just like, yeah. But anyway, point being is, no drama, man.
No
we just
drama.
Don't have time for that shit.
No.
Like, seriously. You want to go be with someone, you want to go, like, be with somebody else, that's totally cool, man. You know what? At the end of the day, people's wants are allowed to change. One day you might love me, the next day you might not. That's totally cool. Communicate that so that I can
be honest about it.
Yeah, so that I could tell you just go fuck yourself with really good intentions.
Or either that, or, you know, your significant other is like, you know what, thanks for telling me that, because I'm starting to feel the same way.
Exactly.
And then you guys can end it on an amicable note.
Exactly.
And, I mean, we won't go as far as being friends, because we covered that yesterday.
But
I mean, just to be amicable.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, and so today, we've got our friend, what's his name, Chris Perry. You saw him on the video on the last podcast. But today we've got a super good one because he talks about exactly what we spoke about today, about single moms and how they should be treated. So yeah, I mean, I think that's it for today.
I think that's it for today. This is like the bombest video ever. When I saw this video, this actually made me fall more and more in love with this man. He is fantastic, guys. Chris Perry on Facebook. I love him. I love him. Hearts and butterflies to this man.
Oh, totally. Ugh. Totally.
Oh, and the emoji with the heart eyes too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the blowy kissy guy with the heart. With the heart. Yeah. Love you so much, Chris Perry. You rock. We love you.
Anyways, guys, so we'll add that video in at the end of the recording. And don't forget, our email address is tinderella1980@gmail.com. Also, I mean, let us know, like, if you guys want these recordings to be, like, a little longer, we could do that, too. Give us your input. Please give us your input. Let us know.
Please give us your input. Even if it's, yeah, like, be nice, though, you know? Like, be respectful.
Look,
like,
don't be, exactly, be respectful, but give us some input on what you guys think we should change, or because we're still really new at this.
We're so new, and we're just two girls just spilling our beans to you guys. We don't even know who you are. Thank God you don't know who we are either.
Anyways, take care, guys, and we'll talk to you on the next episode.
Talk to you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
We all know single mothers got a lot on their plate, and they don't need to be wasting their time. So if you aren't a man ready for the responsibilities of being with a single mom, please stay away. My 3 main reasons being, if you knew how long her day was from the moment she gets up, cooking breakfast for the kids, getting them ready for school, going to work all day, just to come back and report right back to mommy duties, then you would understand that the last thing that she needs is to be sidetracked by some guy who's not willing to contribute to her mission. Number 2, just because she's doing it all alone doesn't mean she lost track of her dreams or goals. She's probably in school or grinding to do better in her life. So she doesn't need a guy around who doesn't support her dreams or help her achieve her goals. Yes, she may be struggling now, but the whole point of her grind is to put herself in a better position financially so that she can help her kids live a better life. Number 3, please don't be telling her lies and having her believe something that it's not, because you're just holding on to her for no reason, and a real man isn't getting a chance to build with her. Now her kids are missing out on the opportunity to have a positive male figure in their life, and they're stuck with a boy who is most likely going to leave. So fellas, listen, if you're not ready to take on the responsibility of being with a single mother and grow with her and build with her and change her life as well as your own, please stay away from her.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my